Hello everyone. So from the theoretical perspective, we are going to learn what are the things which we should know. So whenever we create a Azure storage account, so we generally get a four type of the storage services. So let us try to understand one by one. The first one is the blob storage. Second one is the file storage. Third one is the table storage, and the fourth one is the queue storage. So based on the our requirement, we are going to use this all the storage. So suppose whenever you have a requirement where you have a data in a unstructured format, suppose you have a video file, suppose you have a audio file, txt file, any kind of the documents and all you are getting. So in that kind of the scenario, we generally use the blob storage. For all the kind of the unstructured data, we generally use the blob storage. I hope you got about the blob storage use case. Now let us try to understand the file storage. So let us take an example. Suppose you are working in a company. Your one team is working in a Bangalore, your another team is working in Mumbai, another team is working in a US location, but you are working in a same project. So you want to have some share location so that everyone can access the same file. So what actually we do, we will create a share location, and here we will put our all the files so that everyone can access and upload and do the changes. In that kind of the scenario, we generally use the file storage. For the share location, we can take an example. I hope you got it. So table storage, we generally use it for the structure kind of the data. So suppose you have a requirement where you want to store in a tabular form, so then we generally use the table storage. Fourth one is the queue storage. In a queue storage, suppose you have a requirement for taking example in a Paytm, right? In Paytm, where the lakhs of the transaction happening at a time, or any Google Pay or any kind of the transaction system we can take. So in that kind of scenario, what actually we try to do, we try to process the data in a queue, and so we want to process every file in a queue way. Okay, so in that kind of the scenario, we generally use it for the queue storage. So what actually we do, we try to put every file into a queue and we try to process one by one. In that kind of the scenario, we use a queue storage. Now let us try to understand more from the account type. So we will generally get a three type of the account. Either you can create a blob storage, either you can create a general purpose v1 account, and the general purpose v2 account, and we call it as a general purpose v2 account. And blob we generally use for the unstructured data, and this is the latest version, and even Azure also recommend to use this because we have a multiple functionality over here. So we will use the general purpose v2 account only. Now from the access tier perspective, what actually we should know, let us try to understand. So we generally have a three type. We have a hot tier, second one is the cold tier, third one is the RQ. So whenever you have a requirement where actually you want to access the data frequently if you want to access, so in that kind of the scenario, we try to store our file into a hot tier. Cold tier, where we have a requirement where we don't want to access data frequently, so we will try to store our data in a cold tier. RQ, where we have only rarely we are trying to access our data, so we actually try to store our file in a RQ. So how actually we can create a Azure storage account, that actually we are going to learn. Okay, once you will log into the portal.azure.com, we have to search for the storage. The storage accounts will come. Click on that, click on the create button. We are going to create a storage account. Click on the create. So first we should have a subscription. Under the subscription, we will create a resource group. If you haven't created a resource group, click on the create new, and you can create a resource group. Under the resource group only, we are going to create this storage account. So we selected the subscription, we selected the resource group. After that, we have to give the storage account name. As of now, I am giving the storage account name as a POC storage, like this. Make sure it should be unique. After that you have to select the region. After that we have to select the performance. We have a two type, standard and the premium. Standard means it will give the HDD kind of the storage. Premium means it will give SSD kind of the storage. So premium is much more costly as compared to the standard, and it is fast also. And we have a redundancy, that is for the backup. And see, as of now I am selecting the GRS only. Click on the next. Here we are not going to do any changes as of now. Click on the next, 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 and you can review whatever the option you have selected. And after that we have to click on the create. Now you can see the deployment is in progress. Here we have one option like the notification. If you click on the notification, you will be able to see all the notification about your account. So as of now the deployment is in progress for the storage account. That actually the notification we are getting. You can see the deployment is in progress. Once it will complete, our blob storage whatever we have created, that will be ready. So let's wait it to be completed. You can see the deployment is succeed, deployment is complete. Go click on the go to resource. This is the overview. As of now what we are going to click on this container. Click on this container, click on the plus container. We are going to create one container and we are going to upload a file. As of now I am creating one container, input container, and we can give a access level. You can give a privately if you want to access. You can give private, blob level access you can give, or you can give public access also. I have given the public access as of now, but make sure you give the private and all access. Just for the testing I am doing, that's why I selected that access. Click on the input, click on the upload, search for the file, select any file. I have selected this file. Click on the upload. This is how actually we can upload our file. Upload is now success. Now if you want to see this file, what you have to do, click on this upload, this particular file, click on the edit, click on the preview. Now you can see this is the particular file I have uploaded, and I can see this particular file also. So this is very simple. Now I have given the public access, right? So if I will click here, if I will select this particular URL, and if I will open this, I will be able to download that particular file. You can see this is the particular file which got downloaded because I have given the public access. Make sure you will give in the private access. So that is how actually we can create a storage account, we can upload a file.